Hey guys, this is Faye and this is Day with Faye. This segment is called Real Talk. Now in Real Talk we talk about things that are a little bit uncomfortable, things that people don't always address out publicly and openly. I actually have a blanket on because it's kind of cold, which is weird because it's Miami. But anyways, I wanted to take some time out and help people understand what it's like to find a therapist, because I know it seems extremely daunting. And honestly, I feel like everyone can do a little bit better if they had a therapist. Therapists are not scary people. It's not like you're admitting to the world that you suck. No, it's admitting to the world like, hey, I need help, and it helps you become a better person. I personally have done therapy for about a year and a half. I did about a year of individual therapy, which was awesome. I had a really great therapist that was amazing and I loved her. We had a lot in common, which is really hard for me to find because I have like a really weird backstory. That was really comforting. But one thing that I kind of noticed now is that I was never 100% honest with her, and obviously that's not her fault, she didn't know, but I have this like thing where I want people to be proud of me and I want them to, I don't know, feel like it's working. And so in some ways it's kind of like if I, you know, act like I have my crap together, then she's gonna feel fulfilled with her life and blah blah, and maybe I'll feel fulfilled with my life. Like maybe I'm gonna trick myself into thinking I'm okay. But she definitely did help a lot overall. She helped me find out what I truly love, what my passion is, and that was amazing. I couldn't have done that by myself at all because I was in such a anxious state of mind. And that's another thing. I have anxiety and I have depression. I've also done group therapy, which was extremely helpful too. In my group therapy, I realized that everyone goes through depression differently, and that's okay. So what my journey is not going to be your journey, etc., etc. From my years of therapy, I kind of realized that one, when I'm struggling, I just push it down. I'm like, I'm okay, I have nothing to worry about, I'm fine, I'm overreacting. And it's typically when I feel really like hurt inside that I do that, and it resurfaces into like a way I can't handle it and I like shut down. Now I live in Miami. You know, some days are really hard, some days I feel like I'm past it. It's kind of where I am right now. I feel like I'm 100% past it, and I know that something's gonna trigger me. I just break down. And I know I'm not 100% okay. I can't sleep sometimes because my anxiety is like ridiculous. I'll try to breathe slowly, concentrate on other things, distract myself, tell myself it's gonna be okay, and sometimes I sleep like 4 to 5 hours a day. You know, sometimes I literally cannot stop thinking about a problem and I need to figure it out, but then what happens when you can't figure out some of your problems? I don't know. Anyways, long story short, I am trying to find a therapist. And I know from experience that finding a therapist is not easy. It's not like setting up a dentist appointment. You need to connect with your therapist. And I've met with like 4 other therapists before I met the one that I really liked in Gainesville. I don't know, for me personally, when I meet a therapist and they're like, hey, did we connect? I'm always like, yeah, we did, because again, I really want to please them, but then I'm like, we didn't. I need to be honest with myself, and if you're looking for a therapist too, 100% you need to be honest with yourself. And just know that it's probably not going to work out the first time. And it's kind of weird giving these tips because it's like I'm telling myself this. Just because you look at a picture of a therapist doesn't mean you know if you will click or not click with them. My therapist was about in their 50s, and I was like, I'm absolutely not going to click with this person. They're going to be like pushing their ideals on me and blah blah blah. Like I had this like stereotype of her already in my head. And when I met her, she was like amazing, and I was like, oh wow, I'm so happy I didn't just assume that she was this certain way. So this is kind of like a vlog style because I'm gonna be looking for a therapist today. I found one on Yelp that I'm obsessed with. Such great reviews, which if you're in a smaller town like in Gainesville, there's gonna be literally 0 reviews, and that's what sucks. But if you're in a bigger town like Miami or New York City or LA, there's probably gonna be some reviews, but it's not gonna be to the extent of like a restaurant or anything like that. Like I think this lady had 10 reviews. And she specializes in EMDR therapy, which is a specific type of therapy for people who suffer from PTSD, who have gone through like traumatic events in their lives, and help you kind of cope with it. But I've been very really scared to see if my insurance covers it, and if my insurance doesn't cover it, then I feel like I'm screwed. I am going to look that up. I'm trying to prepare myself for the worst, and it's not, which if it's not, then I have to call and see how much it is for a session, or if they do sliding scale, which, side note, sliding scale is when they take into account how much you make on a yearly basis, and based on that is how much your therapy costs. Not all therapists do this, so you have to ask. So one thing to note is that most of insurance providers have like a website where you could just like look which providers accept your insurance, which is very helpful, because back in the day they did not have this, and I think you had to call them and they would tell you and give you a list of people who were nearby. I feel like that's what it was when I was like 12 or so, but I could be wrong. One thing that I just thought about too is that's really important is you need to be able to be 100% honest with your therapist or your counselor. If you feel like you're hiding something, or you feel like you can't be 100% vulnerable with your therapist, then it's not a good fit. Or maybe just like realizing that you do have to be vulnerable, like me, because I always like to please people more than I like to like figure out my own stuff. Now that I know that, coming into that, I have to like realize that that might be something that I mess up on. I guess I'm gonna do family therapy. I don't know, I feel like they just see everyone. Okay, there's 3 pages, so, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say no, but we'll see. Last page. So no, my insurance does not cover this. So I'm going to look up a couple of them on Yelp. They may be there, they may be not. Okay, this one's not on Yelp, but maybe they're on Google reviews or something. Sometimes there's that. I figured since I lived in a big city, there would potentially be ones with reviews, but I guess that is not always the case. And no reviews for the first one. So let's see this one. No reviews. No reviews for the third one. Oh man, this sucks. But it's okay. I'm gonna find something. Oh! As soon as I said that, I found one with 1 review. It's very non-specific. It's just 5 stars with no review. Oh, they tell you specifically what they deal with. This lady works with anxiety and panic disorder, autism, eating disorder, family therapy, LGBT issues, and women's issues. You really need to prepare yourself mentally when you do that. It's not gonna be fun when you do these. It's just like, I have to do this for my well-being, and that is why I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm really looking into EMDR specifically, and I don't know if these are going to be that. So I'm just gonna type it into Yelp. Okay, obviously the one that I really like. But I guess maybe I can just look up the doctor by name and see if maybe I can look her up that way. You guys, the one that I really liked on Yelp actually is in fact covered by my insurance, and I cannot believe that, and I want to cry. But she had 10 reviews, like literally 4.5 stars. Everyone was like, this was life-changing, and I connected with her so well, and my heart was like kind of disillusioned when I was doing the first initial search, but she wasn't under marriage and family therapy. She's under psychiatric social work. I can't believe it. I did not expect this to happen at all, and really pumped, and I am actually very excited to call and make an appointment, and I guess we'll see how much it costs afterwards. I'm gonna make the call. I've learned about something called like EMDR, and I was like, whoa, that sounds really cool. So I saw that she did that. Really? Oh. Yeah, that's awesome. That makes me want to cry so hard. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yes, I do. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye. Wow, that was like a roller coaster of emotions just now, because I called her and she was like, the specific person that you're asking for, your insurance is out of network. And so I was like, oh man, that sucks. So I asked her how much it cost, how much is whatever, and it was a little bit more heftier than I thought. And I was like, she's like, but I can double check if you give me your specific insurance plan. And so as she was asking me about it, she was like, what are you specifically looking for? And when I was telling her, she was like, I went for the same exact things with her and she has helped me so much, and it made me want to cry, and I did cry, because just to hear like how like relieved she sounded, and I'm just like, I really want that for me. I really want like to feel peace. Anyway, she called back, she's like, I have really good news, you have a very low deductible, like it's like $300. I didn't know that. I'm gonna do that deductible and meet it in like 3 sessions, and it'll be less than that, and it's totally worth it. The actual therapist herself was calling me and she wants to get to know me, and I'm like, wow, this is like so cool, because normally a lot of therapists, like you get to know when you're there at the appointment, so that's really cool. So I just got off on the phone with her and she sounds so warm and so inviting, and I honestly can't believe how easy this was. But I was able to get an appointment. It's Thursday and I was able to get an appointment for Monday, which is insane, and I'm super pumped about that. And I'm nervous and I'm scared. From what I understand with EMDR therapy, you relive through experiences that are difficult. That scares me, but ultimately it kind of desensitizes you to it. If you're watching this video and you're like, I've always wanted therapy, therapy is not scary. It's not someone's gonna tell you what's wrong. No, it's just you kind of seek like this guidance and to look at your life from a unbiased point of view, especially if you're going through a hard time, especially if there's some sort of event that happened in your life, you lost someone close to you, or even like your child is in college now and you don't know what to do. Like, it's not like that stereotype that kooky people are in therapy. It's not that at all. And I think it's better to be preventative and not wait until you're absolutely desperate for help. I definitely am guilty of that. That's when I first started therapy, was when I was at that state. I'm really thankful that I've actually been vlogging this experience, because I feel like it's helped me get a bigger picture about what this is about. And I felt like if I had done this without vlogging, I probably would have had a couple meltdowns. But a lot of people give advice, but they don't take it. So I'm taking my own advice, and you just have to be valiant for yourself. Honestly, there's no shame. And if there are people who do shame you for like whatever, at the end of the day, you are living your life. They're not living yours. And if you want to feel like you can breathe a little bit easier every day, by all means, like, do it. Do what it takes to make you feel happy. I'm extremely happy. I look forward to this appointment on Monday. I will be taking you on this adventure. I'll keep you guys updated. And if there are any questions you have, you can comment. If there are any type of other videos you'd like to see in Real Talk, let me know. Please don't forget to subscribe. And as always, have a really good day and make sure to do what's best for you.